What's your favorite block play as a line on Saturday?
Probably the play before half. Obviously, a lot of those plays kind of looked like recess out there with a little scrambling and finding receivers, but it was really cool to go in halftime with another touchdown and get the ball back in the second half. Obviously, we'd like to have protected a little bit better throughout the whole game, but for the most part, I think we did a pretty good job against, in my opinion, the best D-line in the Conference.
Yeah, I only saw that one sack, really, where they did a twist in the middle and took advantage of your two young guys.
Yeah, they definitely took advantage of the young guys. Phil Snyder, that whole defense staff, they're very smart at game planning and kind of watching film and seeing tendencies. So obviously, they know we have a 21-year-old and maybe a 20-year-old left guard center, so they're definitely taking advantage of that inexperience and try to do as much smoke and mirrors as possible, try to derail us from our game plan. But obviously, we came up top, and that's the best we can ask for.
When someone's rushing 3 and you've got a sense there's going to be a pass, do you kind of set your mind on the fact that this might be a 12-second play and we're going to have to run and peel back and block?
Yeah, definitely. Especially not so much against K-State. K-State up front, we were expecting the ball to be out a little faster because their defensive backs weren't as talented as the team that we're playing next week, or this coming Saturday. But their D-line was really dang good, so we definitely didn't expect to be in protection for 15 seconds. But coming up this week when we got 3 down front, if we were in a 3rd and long situation, we got to be prepared to pass protect for quite a bit.
What about Puna?
He's a good player. He's definitely we've got a challenge set up front for our center and our tackles, and obviously that's a little easier on the guards. But go to second level, blocking those linebackers. Texas always recruits really good, big linebackers, so it's gonna be a challenge. But we need to step up front. I think we take a step in the right direction. Obviously, there's always things we can correct up front, but I think we're definitely moving along at a pace that, if you were asking us about 4 weeks ago after OK State, it was a little shaky, a little scary what you saw up front performance-wise. I think we definitely took a step in the right direction.
It's like a 4-star, 5-star defense every position, right?
Yeah, well, that's Texas. You get those. You look at our team, I think I'm one of the highest ranked guys in the 4-star. All that stuff doesn't matter.
So what makes Texas's D-line the best? Is it technique, the way they play? Is it the body types that you're facing?
Well, Texas is they're a good D-line, but they're a 3-man front, so they're definitely very talented. Definitely, you need to be talented when you're getting double teamed almost every play, especially at the nose guard position. So they definitely recruit well. They have very good talent. They have very good. They're very disciplined in their technique. So we need to be just as disciplined, just as focused, and hopefully we can go top.
I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but when you see Will scramble, and I think there was one play he scrambled for about 16 seconds the other day at K-State.
Sure.
How conscious are you of not getting downfield, and ultimately, is it just like street football, trying to find somebody to hit?
Downfield isn't really an issue so much for us. Maybe the tackles a little bit if they don't have anything to work with, but as an inside guy, you try to peel back and try to hit anybody that's getting in his general vicinity. It's, like I said, it's a lot like recess in middle school where the quarterback is running around after 5 Mississippi and he's getting rushed by 8 guys. So it's definitely cool to see Will and his vision and his ability to get rid of the ball and be smart with the ball.
What's the responsibility of a senior with a kid like Matt?
It's basically as just kind of a guidance role. He gets flustered fairly easily in some aspects of things because he's a young kid, and he's definitely he's not in over his head per se, but he has a lot on his plate. When you have a lot on your plate and you're a young kid and you're not very experienced, you got to kind of lean on the older guys. So it's definitely been mine and Grant's job to kind of guide him in the right direction when he starts getting in his own head, which is the worst thing you do as a center, which he's starting to realize.
Right.
It's our job to calm him down.
He said a few times he's had his head up his ass. Pretty hard to snap the ball.
Yeah. No, every now and then, everybody gets in their emotions, gets in their feelings, but the longer you play and the older you get, you got to understand that, just like anything in life, once it's done, it's done. You can't harp on the past and hope that it changes. You got to change everything going forward.
Starting to realize how fast this is going now?
You know what? It didn't really dawn on me until Sunday when this is my last home game out in their field. So it's definitely really bittersweet. It's going to be awesome to have an opportunity to sing Country Roads one more time and kind of have a good sign off for all these guys that have been here for a long time. Obviously, I've only been here for 3 years, but it's definitely been a very good experience.
When you think the path your career took, I'm sure you were absolutely ecstatic to go to Michigan. And,
Sure.
And then to wind up here. for 3 years.
Yeah.
It's been a winding road.
It has definitely been a uphill battle at times. There's been a lot of peaks, there's been a lot of valleys, and obviously just righting the ship every day and trying to perform at a high level and trying to make the best of it. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've tried to do since leaving there is make the best of my opportunity.
You had to make a decision, and I think you would agree you made the right one.
Yep, I would agree I made the right one. I had an opportunity to be an all-conference guard, and hopefully I have the same opportunity this year. And, maybe the next level, who knows? But I'm just happy that West Virginia opened their arms to me and embraced me as much as I embraced the culture here and the program itself.
Thanks, man.
What has that meant to you to be a Mountaineer?
Everything. I've had the opportunity to go up and down the state and meet a bunch of great people from the state. And, being in Michigan, you're more of a figurehead. You're more like one of those, like a statue almost. You're there, you represent something, but you don't really impact anyone. And I've been able to impact quite a few people at the Children's Hospital, meeting people in Beckley, going to Glade Springs, meeting a bunch of really, really genuinely nice people throughout the state, and understanding how much this program means to them. Because in Michigan, you had 2 big-time Big Ten college teams, you have a bunch of MAC teams, you have a bunch of pro teams. Here in West Virginia, it's us and Marshall, if you want to include them in the conversation. But we're the pro team, and it's definitely been really cool and really neat to see the joy, excitement, the passion these fans bring to the table, and being able to provide that and experience it.
Thanks.